wonderful run. This is an official excuse. My wife gave birth.
My wife gave birth.
There's
This is
placenta
Andrew.
on my pants.
That's disgusting.
This is the Anfield Humidor podcast. Thanks to Mane's skill, Milner's competence under pressure, and Traore's thick and prosperous legs.
Back in college when we were.
You went to college?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Now do this podcast with you. Man, my life.
Whoa. We're trying something new right now.
Are we?
We're trying YouTube Live, Instagram Live, and a podcast at the same time.
There is too much going on right now.
Are you overwhelmed?
I'm a little overwhelmed.
You got a lot going on?
I can't relax. Nah, I can relax.
You can relax.
I'm fine.
You can chill.
Perfectly fine.
Chill
How you
out.
been? How you been, buddy?
I've been busy, man.
Oh, yeah?
I've been busy, yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
All right.
what you been doing?
I'm just sulking over this loss to Watford.
What
But,
does your process of sulking look like?
just living my normal life. Nothing changes, but I'm a little depressed.
It's all inside, right?
Yo,
It's like you're like the kid like in high school that wears like the trench coat that sits in the back of the class, and you never know what day it's gonna happen, but you know it's gonna happen.
They're the ones.
That's you.
Not really.
You internalize everything.
I do push all my emotions down, as any self-respecting man does. Put your emotions down. Don't let them come out ever. Right?
Because then you explode, though. That's a problem. That's a problem. That's why you need therapy.
When I explode, I throw ladders down hallways, as I've done before.
Yeah, I chuck ice cream
chuck
makers.
salami?
No, I chuck like cooking equipment across the kitchen, like waffle makers. Like I throw all that stuff.
Yeah.
It's bad.
Yep, it's
not
bad.
a good thing.
No, it's not. No, it ain't, son. It ain't.
But so if you're tuning in, we are live on Instagram, live on YouTube, and we're also recording our podcast. We're going to try a new system here.
Yeah.
This audio is going to drop on our Spotify and our SoundCloud and our iTunes and all that stuff. The audio is going to drop on Tuesday.
Tuesday. This is the Tuesday show, I guess.
Our Tuesday show.
Whatever.
We'll figure that out.
Our Tuesday show, and it's Sunday.
Every other podcast does that.
That's a good point.
But thanks for tuning in. Love to see you guys. Appreciate all you for clicking on the link and checking us out.
Yep.
So let's get into the game. Before we get into the game, because we're going to review Watford, we're going to go over some Champions League stuff. We're going to do some stuff today. Before we get into the game, I have a question for you.
Tell me.
Did you see Watford's new offensive strategy against Liverpool?
No, tell me.
They sabotaged Virgil van Dijk's hair tie.
Uh-huh.
So by doing that, they not only distracted the defensive player of the year, but they also revealed his big poofy hair to all the away cheering section.
Uh-huh.
They tried to stop the Virgil van Dijk chance.
Okay.
That was their attack strategy.
Interesting.
Chelsea and Atletico, they might do that. So
They
we got to
might.
tighten his hair bun.
But was his rubber band, did it fall off from
It was
a
like
direct?
partially.
But was it a Watford player that did that, or did it just happen automatically?
I think it happened, but I think Watford's to blame.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
That was Watford's attack strategy to beat us, is
Yes.
loosen Van Dijk's hair tie.
I saw that hair tie come off, and I'm like, yes! I can't wait to see him run around with his hair flopping all over the place. But he quickly
He
fixed
fixed it.
I wish he lost the rubber band.
Don't fix it.
I know, I
you
want-
see him like that's why they got beat so bad defensively.
Yeah.
Off that throw in, he was looking on the ground for his hair tie.
Virgil was in his head. He'd be like, "Oh, is my hair okay? Okay, I'll let them score on me now." I mean, what else? What else happened?
Imagine the highlight reel and just seeing Virgil van Dijk on his hands and knees. And he like the ref comes over, he's like, "Are you okay? Medical?" And he's like, "No, I'm looking for my hair tie." Like, what is he doing? But we'll get into that game.
Okay.
Do you want to do a quick disclaimer for all the people tuning in? We got Instagram,
Yeah.
we got YouTube. We
Yeah.
got to do it.
We got to do it. As you may know, or as you may hear, we're Americans. So what does that mean?
Americans don't know anything about soccer.
Okay, what else?
Americans like guns,
What else?
fatty foods,
Trump.
Trump,
We're stupid.
totally stupid.
Totally stupid. Not cultured. Mm-hmm. And all that's true. But listen anyway.
Yeah, no, check us out. We're Americans,
Give us a shot.
but we like Liverpool.
Yeah.
And some of the best comments, we get them all the time, Twitter, Instagram, we get them all the time, is Americans that like Liverpool, you guys need to shut up. Those are our favorite comments. It's favorite comment.
100%.
Because the fact that
One of my favorite comments we got, someone just wrote cringeworthy Americans. Something like that.
Yeah.
Like cringeworthy Americans. I'm like, that's what I want to hear, baby.
is these guys are Americans, but they love Liverpool.
Yeah.
Why? Get them out of here.
Yeah.
And to that, we say we're going to start a podcast. And we're going to talk about you weekly.
Yes, if it annoys you, it makes us happy. Understand that, and run with it.
So that's our disclaimer. We're Americans. We're stupid. We're idiots. All good. But we love Liverpool, and we're going to win the league.
Yes.
So kick back, throw those shoes on that. What is it? What's the futon? What's that thing?
Empire?
No, throw your shoes on the futon. Is that a futon?
Ottoman?
Ottoman.
That's why I said Empire.
Oh, the Ottoman Empire. That's good. Yeah, right over my head. I thought it was called an Ottoman.
Oh, it's called an empire, actually. And you don't throw shoes. Oh, like sitting back and I thought you meant take your shoes off and put them on the ottoman.
No, you put your
What
shoes.
doofus does that?
You put your shoes on the coffee
I
table.
gotcha.
Just sit back and enjoy, guys, because it's like this all the time.
It's the coffee table empire.
So today on this
That wasn't funny.
on this episode, we have we're gonna do a quick.
Tell them what we got, Andrew.
We're gonna do
Tell them.
Tell them. We're gonna do a quick preview on the Atletico game. We're gonna look forward to that.
Yep.
We're gonna talk about Jordan Henderson. Where were you? Where were you, Jordan Henderson? We needed you that game. We have the hatred of Dijon Mustard. Dijon Lovren. We call him Dijon Mustard here at the Anfield Humidor.
Yep.
The hatred of him and how he played, and then Klopp's choice of subs. So I wrote down all the subs and the minutes they came in and just how they impacted the game.
And other topics that are not in that teaser.
There's a lot more.
A lot more.
There's a lot more.
Stay tuned.
There's some cringeworthy jokes.
Oh.
There's some...
There's gonna be plenty of that, baby.
What else we got?
Instagram comments, Twitter comments.
Okay, you want to read some live stream comments? If you guys are on YouTube Live, throw a comment down. We'll try to get to them at the end of the show.
And then let's tell them about our little idea at the end.
Which idea?
Our little Twitter idea.
Oh, that's a good.
Don't
that's
tell,
a good idea.
Don't tell them now.
Okay.
That comes at the end of the podcast if we remember. Right? If we remember.
If we can get there.
If we can get there, we'll see.
There's a lot going on.
There's
It's been
a
a
lot.
while. It's been a while. We podcasted last time about what did we do?
Last time we podcasted, we did a post-match live reaction, and it's not the same.
Yeah.
We
need this.
See this right here? I don't know about you guys. I need this right here.
I need it.
I need to talk to you while we're being recorded because it's the only time I can get you to listen to me.
You make literally 6 figures a year, and you can't.
Why are you going to tell them how much money I make?
You can't buy a lighter that works. You can't. What is this crap? It's garbage.
6 figures in pennies, he's saying. Here, use my cigar.
No, I don't want to do that. Do our what are we smoking? What is it? What are these?
All right, this is our smoking and drinking section brought to you by Rabbit Air Purifier, our only sponsor, our one and only sponsor. Rabbit Air Purifier, you can see half of it in the photo. It's a cigar air purifier. It also purifies people with allergies. It purifies the air, dust, all that good stuff.
Tell them about it.
All right, and it's awesome. You turn it on, and we can smoke inside. How awesome is that?
Pretty
Turn it
cool.
on, smoke inside. Or if you're a non-smoker, you could turn it on and not die of dust mites. I don't know what they do, these people. These people? You can't say that anymore.
Not anymore.
Should we turn it off?
No, don't stop anything, but just be careful.
be careful,
Tread
okay.
lightly on the snowflakes
Well, they don't know what I'm talking about.
because
though.
they will melt.
They will.
The snowflakes will melt if you say offensive things.
But today we are smoking a San Cristobal. Did you look up notes for the San
I
Cristobal?
did. It said earthy notes of leather, which I get. Spice and coffee beans. And then it's the wrapper, Oscuro wrapper leaf. I don't know what that means, but I know that Nicaraguans that have this wrapper, I'm always a big fan of.
Me too. Maybe the coffee bean characteristic is why I like it so much.
Coffee bean?
This is one of my favorite cigars.
It's good.
And something about when you puff this cigar
What about it,
and
Brian?
breathe in your nose. You
What about it, Brian?
You puff in your mouth, you breathe in your nose. Something about that. I don't know. That's what I look for in a cigar.
That's the
smell.
point of it, though, right?
Yeah, it is.
That's
It's the
cycle.
aroma. It's the hanging out with idiots. It's fun. You know?
It's the best.
It is
You
the best.
talk about Liverpool, watch highlights, smoke a cigar,
Yeah.
build a studio in your garage.
Is anyone listening anymore?
Probably. It's going to
sure.
get posted,
At least
so
1,000. At
people are
least
going to listen. Yeah.
Yeah, so we're smoking a San Cristobal. Wonderful cigar. We're drinking.
We are drinking good old coronavirus.
Good old coronavirus.
Brought
Now
to you-
explain the little stat you told me about corona.
Oh,
coronas.
it's crazy. I was reading an article on I don't know, web news,
WebMD?
something stupid. No, I was reading an article about Corona and their sales this quarter.
Yeah.
They've gone down like 10 to 15% because somehow people think that Corona beer is responsible for the coronavirus.
No, I think it's a subconscious thing.
Did you see the ad? My father-in-law showed me an ad. It had, well, he told me about an ad. It had a picture of a beer cooler, and all the beers in the cooler are wearing masks except the Corona. The Corona's the only one not wearing the mask.
Was this a commercial for
It
Corona?
was just a photo on Facebook you saw.
okay.
It's just so funny.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious.
So Corona's sales have gone down. So in turn, because of the idiotic media that we all subscribe to, we bought a 12-pack of Corona.
We're part of the media. This is media right here, baby.
It's the worst media you could subscribe to.
This is terrible media, I tell you what.
We love you, though. Don't go anywhere.
Oh, and that's our smoking and drinking section brought to you by Rabbit Air Purifier. Now, can we get into this 3-0 defeat to Watford, or did I forget a point?
We got to go into some stats.
Oh, I forgot a point. What else is new?
We're going to go into some stats.
All right, tell me some
and
stats.
then we'll go into some stats for the game, and then we'll use those stats to kind of gear a conversation
Okay.
a little bit.
Now, I actually read these stats on my post-match reaction live on YouTube.
Okay?
So they're interesting. Go ahead.
You want to go over them again?
I do.
All right. Stop me if you want to talk about it, because we can make these little talking points, too. Liverpool, Watford. We all know the scoreline, 3-0. Watford had possession of the ball 29% of the time. Liverpool, yeah, your lighter sucks. 71% possession.
Okay.
Oh,
All right. Pretty standard.
goal. That's a standard Liverpool game, not a standard Liverpool scoreline. That's not a good line. Goal attempts: Watford 14 to Liverpool 7.
You could stop there. I don't want you to stop there, but you could stop right there. And that just tells you the whole story of the game.
Defensive
Continue.
breakdown.
Yeah.
Shots on goal. From those shots, 5 for Watford, 1 for Liverpool. Was that one chance that Mo had?
No, because that's not on goal.
It was off, right? It hit the side
That's
the side
off
net.
goal, and I can't even remember the other shot.
Leilana
Oh, and that was off goal. That was off target too.
That's-
if it hits the post, that's off target.
qualified as.
No, it's not.
No, I was agreeing with you. It's qualified as off target.
Oh yeah, it's off target. Yeah.
Do you
It's
remember?
It's off target.
Stay on target. Do you remember?
I don't.
Wow.
All I have to say is that I assume
Robertson had that
Yes!
shot
That's right.
right at the goalie.
What else is new?
What else? What else? He either shoots it right at the goalie or he dinks it just short of the goal.
Yeah, or skies it right over the net. But I tell you what, every time Robertson has that ball and he's inside the 18 and he shoots, he hits the ball like a rocket, but it's always right at the goalie. Always.
Or over.
Or over. But it's typically on target.
Yeah, on target, right at the goalie. So that was the one shot on goal that we recorded.
We need to teach him how to go far post.
You need to teach him?
Yeah, well,
You're going to teach
we.
Andrew Robertson.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, I'm going to go up. I'm going to say, Andy.
This is how
I
you paint
have-
a wall.
I have a lot less experience than you. I'm not as good as you. I'm not half as good as you. But here's what you're doing wrong.
This is how you spray paint a corner of a brick. That's what you could teach him. I had none of these other goalkeeper saves. We had 2 to Watford's 1. Yeah, it's the worst.
Okay, keep going with stats.
Goalkeeper saves 2-1. Fouls, we had 8 fouls to Watford's 4 fouls. Are we bringing back the blowtorch?
Keep going. Keep reading stats.
We're bringing back the blowtorch for the cigar.
Keep reading stats.
Total passes. That's so loud. Total. Can you light mine too? Oh, this is what you get, people.
This is what you
This is
get.
uncut Anfield Humidor podcast. We did this last time on a live, I think, right? On Instagram Live. That's
right.
good enough, whatever it is.
All
So
right.
total passes for Liverpool against Watford. This is a standard scoreline. This is the way we usually play the game.
Okay.
732
Right.
to 299.
Yep.
Right? I mean,
Yeah.
we can.
It's all standard except for the shots on goal, and I assume even dangerous attacks.
Dangerous attack, same way. Yeah,
Yeah, same
70 to 40.
So that means we were up there attacking, and that final ball was horrible, horrible. Our front three were. I mean, we're gonna get into it.
Okay. Were they though?
Yes.
Yeah,
And we'll talk.
You
about
give
it.
the front. Okay,
We'll
but you
talk
give
about
the
it.
front 3 an Let's just go into the game points. We
Let's
got some
do it.
game points here.
right.
We're gonna start off big with El Capitan,
El Capitan.
Jordan Henderson.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Jordan Henderson is out, injured for that match.
Yep.
Do you think? Do you think we missed? I mean, this is a rhetorical question. Do you think we missed his leadership?
Yes.
Did
Yes.
we miss it? Against West Ham?
Yes.
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 Of course.
It's everyone all over Twitter, all over social media slam this man. They slam Jordan Henderson.
I'd love to go back 9 months ago, look up all the stupid tweets of people talking about Henderson, Marius. You know what I mean? And realize how much of a player he's grown into and how in form he is. He's really in form right now. And how much we miss him.
Yeah.
How much we miss him. And what do we lose the most without Jordan Henderson? What comes first to your mind?
Organization.
Okay, organization.
Organization.
That's great. That's a great point. Anything else? Say no.
I have two.
Okay,
I
tell
have
me.
organization, and then I have there's nobody talking.
That's what I was looking for.
Nobody's talking at all.
Yeah. Talking when it comes to communication on the field.
Both.
And talking to the ref.
Both. We talked about that with the West Ham fouls. None of them went our way.
Yeah.
None of those calls went our way against West Ham.
Yeah. No one else really can take, besides Millie.
Virgil,
but he wasn't doing much.
once.
Yeah.
He had one good one.
I almost want
yelled.
Millie, if Henderson's not going to be out there, I almost want Millie out there. Just throw that captain armband on him and let him talk to the ref the whole time. You know what I mean? Yeah, so missing Henderson is not good. And we've learned that the last 2 matches now.
So now there's Henderson is responsible for organization on the pitch.
Yeah.
Obviously, we can see that.
Yeah.
Liverpool looked all over the place against Watford. Stuff wasn't connecting, stuff wasn't working. It offensively one thing, but midfield presence another thing. So like, what do you think? Because Henderson's your favorite. He's your guy.
He's my guy.
Without him,
Yeah.
can you talk about the performance of the team offensively and defensively?
Without him,
yeah. Like, what does Henderson bring to the table offensively? And then in a separate one, what does he bring to it defensively?
I think offensively, Henderson brings 2 things. He brings organization. So if things aren't working, Henderson is a really good in-between man between Klopp and the field. So if things aren't working, Henderson can get his play. The players have enough respect for Henderson to listen to the words he's saying and perform the duties. So if things aren't going well as they weren't that game, if Henderson's on the field, when it comes to offense, he can change things and people are going to listen to him. Say, hey, this ain't working. I didn't see much of that going on at all. Much conversation at all going on. Even Klopp was pretty. What's the word? Stale. That's not the right word.
No, that's a good word.
He was
You're
pretty
right,
stale on the sidelines.
Not uninvolved. You don't want to say uninvolved, but it's like
He was stone-faced.
very stone-faced.
He was pretty stone-faced that whole game.
Kind of like when Robertson proposed the coconut Star Wars.
Yeah.
Same kind of face. Henderson had the same face.
So that match, Robertson, he was getting very upset because Robertson actually did have a decent performance.
No, he went so hard.
He has his high work rate as usual. He's yelling at people, but yelling at people doesn't do the trick. Henderson can actually change. Maybe I'm wrong about this, but I'm just saying.
I don't think you are.
I feel like Henderson has more of an impact on another player than Robbo will. Robbo's just a guy a Scottish guy running down the wing, drinking Isla whiskey,
Getting in fights.
crossing in balls,
Getting in fights.
That's what he does. So if Robertson's going to yell, you're going to go, yeah, I got you, I understand. If Henderson comes up to you and says, look at me, grab your face, look at me, stop doing that. Do this instead. You're going to go, okay, yes, sir. Yes, Capitan.
You know who else respects him? Is Klopp.
Yeah.
Klopp knows that, and amidst all the Henderson hate, amidst all the lacks of goals, he's not a goal scorer. He's not humongously influential in the highlight reel.
Right.
Klopp knows that with Henderson on the field, that is his most productive midfield. Jordan Henderson, Fabinho, and then insert Wijnaldum, Ox, Keita here.
Yeah.
But with those two, there's something special that happens. Whether Fabinho takes a step back and kind of controls a little bit of the defense.
Yeah.
Maybe Fabinho was stretched too thin with the lack of Henderson. He's trying to be involved up front. He's trying to be involved up back or in the back. Henderson brings, and Klopp knows that.
Yeah.
It's like one of my favorite things. We talked about it in another podcast. Is when they won the Champions League, and Klopp was asked about it. He goes, "I have one thing to say about the Champions League. Jordan Henderson is the captain of the European champions." Like, he knows what a torch this guy brings to this offense and defense. So you see him go down. You see a huge drop in form against West Ham. I don't know if you want to call it luck. It wasn't luck against West Ham. That was perseverance. We are Like everyone says, even though we lost 3-0 against Watford, we're still mentality monsters. So that mentality came to play. But without Henderson, we dropped the ball against West Ham. We did, first half. Totally dropped the ball. And then against Watford, we could go into it. That's what happens.
But in the end, it does not come down to just Henderson being off the field, that match.
No.
Yes, it makes a difference. But I said it before, everyone on the Liverpool side, that starting 11, decided to have an off game at the same time. Everybody. Out of the 11, maybe 2 will have a slightly off game. Their passes will be off. You've seen it happen to every single one of them.
Yep.
That match, everybody. Absolutely everybody. Even Alisson. Alisson had 1 save. He was kind of caught off his line a couple other times. Everybody, including VVD, the guy who never has a bad game. VVD's bad game, you still say, well, he was still awesome. This game, he had a bad game, and you say he was bad.
Yeah, bad.
It was bad for the Premier League. Any defender in the Premier League, you know what I mean? So, you can't bring it all down to just Hendo. You know what I mean?
No, I'm not. I'm
Can't
just saying
do
the
it.
fact. But you have an off game, which is you're right. You can't. It's all the players, but missing that. What's it called? The stone.
Fulcrum?
No, what's the stone?
Lever?
I can't think. I'm brain dead right
sword
now.
And stone.
Keystone.
Sword
Is
and
it
stone.
Keystone? I think it's called a keystone.
Keystone pipeline.
No, what's the stone that's like the most important stone?
Sword
in
and
the
a
building?
stone.
Oh my goodness.
Cornerstone.
Cornerstone. I couldn't think.
I had Cornerstone 10 minutes ago.
He is the cornerstone of that team. He
Yeah.
really is. And so
is.
losing someone like him, in addition to everybody having an off game.
Yeah.
I mean, in that, I watched the whole game. Robertson, I thought, played well. He still got beat. He still didn't break a 6 player rating.
He was completely shut down.
And then maybe Salah. I was very happy with his performance. He was doing the most with what he could.
Yeah.
The most.
I agree.
Not the most.
agree.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
He did the most with the stuff that he was given.
Yeah, Salah, it was a fairly typical performance for him. Always just keeps trying.
Yep.
Never stops.
Yep.
Never stops trying.
Goes so hard.
Yeah, so I'll give you that. I'll give you Salah and Robertson. Also, Leilani, I don't know if he's a point coming up, but Leilani and Takumi.
Let's make him a point. Let's talk about
I
him.
was okay with their performance. Obviously, Leilani, I thought he was wonderful.
Yeah.
He comes on the pitch, and he was rhythmic from the start.
As far as subs go, Leilani and Minamino, if that game was 2-2, they would have been all-stars.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's the fact that they came in, subbed in a game where they were down 3-0, and they had to maintain. They had to try to create something.
Yeah, I think Leilani, they were down 2-0 when Leilani came on. I forget.
Yeah,
Something
2-0.
like
But they're already down.
Yeah.
But if those same subs were made with that same energy and it was 2-2, I see it going another way. Leilani, 2-2, he has a shot like that on goal. Talk about the momentum switch.
You're right. He came on. And he's like, we got to win this.
Yeah.
So it's good to get the fresh legs on, the fresh blood, the fresh heart.
You're talking real weird.
Because I'm mid burp. The fresh blood, the fresh legs. I had to burp. And he comes on and he's just turning all over the place. Again, keeping the ball well, giving passes, and then he comes on and does that. He says, "All right, I'll take the shot on myself," and he almost scores. Yeah. So he was okay. Takumi Minamino was okay. He comes on, like I said it in the Instagram post. Takumi Minamino's ball retention. Okay, we could take that away from the game. That was okay. One good thing we could take away from that game.
you did say that.
Was Takumi's ball retention.
Yeah.
He didn't lose the ball.
And Leilani's performance.
As opposed to everybody else lost the ball. It was atrocious. The match was atrocious. In my notes, in my game notes, I took like 40 game notes that game. This person gave the ball away. That person gave the ball away. People that don't give the ball away. Mane passed the ball into a Watford defender like 5 times.
He wasn't there.
Wijnaldum 5 times. I mean, it was bananas, man.
But
Bananas.
That's also a humongous, like, so we're not out of it. You know what I'm saying? We're not
out of it.
You know what I mean?
22 points ahead.
22 points up.
It's a turd.
hope-
It's a turd in flowers, as I mentioned
It's a
before.
turd in flowers.
The season was a bunch of flowers. We just dropped a big old turd in the flowers, but it's still a
still
bouquet.
flowers.
It's still a bouquet.
Kudos to Watford.
Yeah.
Kudos to Watford. The fact that they could eliminate that so well.
Yeah.
And they could block those passes.
Watford's manager said this before the game. He said, "We need to be on. Liverpool need to be off. That's how we win."
Yep.
And that's exactly what happened. He called it 100%. Watford were on like you can't believe. They're coming off of a 3-0 loss to United, a 1-1, I think a 1-1 draw to Brighton. They're not, and they're in relegation zone.
They were.
They were.
They were in relegation.
And
beating Liverpool brought them out.
Beating them by, I think beating them by 3 because goal differential. Now they're in 16th, whatever place.
Yep.
You know.
Right. They're 1 up on relegation.
1 up, yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah, it's
So like
amazing.
you like to see that as a soccer fan. You like to see a performance like that.
course.
You just don't want it to be against that Eds, you know?
You don't want to be against the Reds. You don't want that performance to be the one that knocks us out of the invincible, or being invincible this season, knocks us out of leading the league in straight Premier League wins. We now have to share it with those Manx.
Yep.
Why do we got to share it with Manx? I hate sharing anything with Manx. I don't want to share a coffee with them. I don't want to share a beer with them. I don't want to share a stat with them.
No.
And I'm not racist. I only hate Manx.
Yeah. We're not racist. We only hate Manx.
It's funny that chant's allowed to go on in this politically correct society.
I don't know if it's allowed.
Oh, is it not
we'll
allowed?
figure it out.
Oh, we'll check Twitter later, I guess.
Do you hate Dijon Mustard?
No, I don't. I don't.
Do you hate him?
I hate Dijon Lovren.
Do you hate Dijon Lovren?
No, I don't.
Okay.
Not at all.
Why?
First of all,
I agree with you, but why?
why did he play? I wish I know.
What's going on with Gomez? It's potential, right?
Matip. What about Matip?
I know.
So obviously there's information that all of us don't know. We don't know. We don't know something happened to Matip. Maybe Matip in the training ground hasn't been doing well. Maybe he's not fully fit. You know, maybe he needs some more conditioning. Who knows? Dejan Mustard
Kick in the rump.
Every single pre-match show I watched before the Liverpool game, not a one mentioned Dejan Lovren. Not a one. Yet here he is.
Just pops up.
Mustarding up that hot dog. Comes on the field, and he had an atrocious game.
Crap game.
Absolutely atrocious, but he hasn't had any playing time.
It's to be expected. He's coming off an injury. He doesn't have starts. He doesn't have subs. And then he plays, then he starts.
He starts. However, to Klopp's credit, he starts against Watford.
I know. No, I know.
Would you imagine?
Maybe wait next week until Bournemouth?
Listen, a rusty Dejan Mustard with a on-fire Liverpool team is completely okay.
Yeah.
And that's what happened. It was a rusty Dejan.
That's a great point.
It was a rusty Dejan with not a rusty Liverpool, just a garbage,
A subpar
trash, garbage man, dump Liverpool. Diarrhea. That's it. That's enough for that.
That's enough?
That's enough of that.
Yeah, they played bad. Yo, the blowtorch is so much.
So I don't hate him. Do you hate him?
I don't hate him.
Okay.
I don't hate him. And as far as it goes for me hating players,
Yeah.
when I hate on a player, it tends to be the wrong person to hate.
Yes.
Because I strongly disliked Gomez at
Yeah.
the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
I didn't, not, he was getting the ball and Jojo Gogo was doing dumb stuff with the ball.
Yeah.
He wasn't making the right calls.
Right.
He wasn't doing the right stuff. So I was like, oh boy, here we go.
Oh boy.
Joe Gomez has the ball. And now, 23 games? How far into the season are we? 27? It's a lot of games.
It's a lot of games.
This far into the season, I'm like, where's Joe Gomez? I love him. 22 games later, I love the guy. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right.
So I don't hate Dijon Mustard. Maybe that means that since I don't hate him, he's probably crap.
That's a good point.
I see a lot of tweets on him being gone this summer.
You need to hate players more because when you start hating a player, they start
explode.
performing phenomenally.
They explode. I'm like, I don't know why this guy's on the pitch.
Have you ever hated Henderson?
No.
Okay.
No, I've liked him since day one.
Okay.
Remember when
Dejan.
Leilani? Remember when Leilani came on? It was against Leicester, I think, earlier this year.
The shoulder ball?
When he came on, I go, the heck, this is the last thing
That's
we
a shoulder,
need.
yeah, shoulder ball.
Yeah, was that it?
I think
I'm
so.
Like, that's the last thing we need is Adam Leilani to come and say, and then he scores. I'm
Yes.
like, yo, I'm so wrong on this. Good call,
yeah.
Klopp. Trust the Klopp.
Trust the Klopp.
Speaking of Klopp, let's talk about his starters. He chose to start Ox.
Yes,
Now, we have some options there.
we did.
We had Ox. We had Keita. We have Leilani,
Leilani.
if you wanted.
Yep,
You know,
Takumi.
We have Takumi Minamino. He chose Ox. What do you think? What do you think about that?
Well, I think the only two options were Ox or Keita. I think
obviously, right.
I think Fabinho and Gini were always going to be in. So those are the only two. There's one more position to fill, and I think those are the only two options. To be quite honest, I picked Keita. In my pre-match show, I said Keita's my man. I want him to play. I know we came off of a game. People were divided on Keita against West Ham. Some people were happy with his performance. Some people weren't. I thought he
had a good game.
I was kind of in the middle to potentially good game. I was kind of happy with what I saw. Yes, his final ball gets picked off a lot. So I thought this game against Watford, he's going to come alive. And I said, we need to put him back in and potentially bring Ox on as a sub. I know Ox came on against West Ham and was a great sub. He was a good old super sub. But I wanted Keita on. So Klopp got it wrong. I was right. However, would bringing Keita on...
No.
He's already saying no.
It would have been a diamond amongst turds.
No, I think Keita would have been crap too.
Oh, yeah?
I think if you have a team around you that's crap, you become crap. It's a physics thing. Einstein came up with that. If you're on a football team...
Okay.
I'm not going to finish that point.
So you think Keita wouldn't have made a difference?
No
difference there?
No way.
What about...
What could he have done?
Nothing.
If he came on and he was amazing in the midfield, dishing these wonderful balls to people who would do nothing with them.
What was the biggest problem with the strikers that we had this game? What was the biggest problem?
All right.
Were they getting fed the ball in opportune places?
No.
No.
Do
you think... See, now I'm kind of I'm disagreeing with myself because I think Ox has the ability to deliver that ball.
If I can get you to disagree with yourself, then I've won. Go ahead,
it's not a contest.
I know. Is it?
I think Ox has the ability to deliver that ball in a place that's more beneficial for our strikers to capitalize rather than Keita.
I don't know if I agree with that.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think I agree with that.
Ox's performance with assists over Naby Keita. You take Naby?
It depends on what you're looking for.
I think that's a hard call. I think it's a very hard call.
I think Ox has more of a chance of scoring.
But then again, we're talking about playing freaking Watford.
Exactly.
This is Watford.
So that's my point.
This is Watford.
Listen to my point. Watford's always going to park the bus. And they did, as well as attack like beautifully. But they parked the bus against a team that's going to park the bus. I want Keita over Ox.
I kind of like Ox.
Listen to me. Because Keita,
okay.
I think Keita overall will do better with creative passes to our strikers. Ox can also do that, but Ox wants to score. And that's all well and good. On a team that's parking the bus, I want Keita in. I want Ox coming on as a sub if we can't make anything happen.
So we're going to play Atletico soon.
Yeah.
You want Keita over Ox?
No, I want Henderson. I want Henderson to be healthy and fit.
I agree.
And I want him there. But, yes.
Against Atletico.
I play Keita against Atletico.
Over Wijnaldum?
I'm the odd man out in this.
So now
most people agree with you.
If it's Henderson, Fab, Wijnaldum, you would put Keita in for Wijnaldum?
No.
Oh, okay, so you want Henderson, or if Henderson's out,
exactly,
you want Keita over Ox.
Totally. I think what we do is you use this Chelsea match coming up. You throw Keita on for a full 90. I know we don't need him. It's 5th round FA Cup. Let the kids play. No. Throw Keita on. Get Takumi on there. Get Ox on there. Get those 3 boys on there. And
that's your midfield against Chelsea?
No. Not necessarily my midfield. Maybe throw Takumi up as a striker. Get Curtis Jones out there. Get Harvey Elliott out there. I'm just saying I want Keita to get a full 90. Get him ready. Get him ready for Atletico. And say, Keita, your job this match is we want to see midfield pressing. We want to see you play like Liverpool. We want you to press. We want you to win that ball back and then dish it directly. We want you to be Henderson.
And then if Henderson's not healthy, Keita gets the start.
Exactly. That's my theory.
I like it.
I'm sure a lot of people disagree.
I like it.
But that's my theory.
That's the point.
That's my theory from this dumb, uncultured American.
Yep. Stupid American.
Buckingham Palace.
We talked about Henderson. He's your boy. Who's your other boy?
Trent.
Matchup against De La Feu. Oh. That was a tough matchup.
It was. I mentioned it in the pre-match show. I said that's a battle that's going to be interesting. The commentator said it. That battle is going to be interesting. And De La Feu won with flying colors that battle.
For 34 minutes.
For
34 minutes. And you hate to see that.
Yeah, hate it.
Nobody wants that.
Nope.
Nobody wants to see a player like that go down for an injury like that. So I hope he's okay.
Yep.
Has there been a report? Did you see anything?
No, I didn't look it up. Didn't look good.
No.
No, that was a twisted knee, baby.
He went down
I couldn't even watch it, the replay. I couldn't watch it. But
no one likes to see it.
But for 34 or 40 minutes, however long it was, De La Feu, I think 3 times, just walked past Trent. Walked right past him. He Deulofeu wants to use his right foot, and he cuts inside, kind of like Robin from Bayern Munich. I don't think he doesn't still play with them, but wants to cut in like that and shoot a bender into the far post.
He did that against Trent. He had a great shot.
Did.
It was a save. It was like going right over, and Allison ticked it out. But.
And Deulofeu is a tricky player. He's just one of those people. Like Mane. I mean, he's a different player than Mane. He's a little more, use a little more footwork, but he's just a tricky player. And Trent doesn't do well against tricky players these days, or ever. He's just very young. He has some learning to do. But
some games, to cut you off, Trent's defense,
not against tricky players.
He shows up.
I see.
Is that it? You're saying aside from the fact that there's a player on the other end that is using trickery and they're coming at it with that like Sadio Mane style.
Yep.
Trent can't handle that.
He can't.
He's also 20.
Trent can handle
21. Can he drink?
21. He's 21. I think you drink 18 in England, right?
England's weird.
Against a player that is direct, he's a little better. But against a player that just can turn left and right extremely fast, doesn't do as well. I mean, Traore annihilated the whole team. Also Trent. But
not Virgil.
Not Virgil, the only player he didn't annihilate. But yeah, so that was a key battle that Trent lost. And yes, you hate to see someone come off with a knee injury like that. But it was good. In fact, he gets injured. He comes off. Now, we're all saying to ourselves, well, that sucks for Deulofeu. We hate to see it. But we might have a chance now. And wow, were we wrong. Were we wrong. Made no difference whatsoever. Deulofeu. We still got annihilated. Those Capu, Troy Deeney, and Sarr. Just
blew that game up.
Every single 50-50. Watford wanted it more. You should never, ever see a forward winning a 50-50 header. Defenders are better at that. That's just the nature of the game. You see a ball over the top, let's say a goal kick from a keeper, and it's Mane versus a defender. Let's say what's his face from Leicester? Patrick Swayze. What's his name? Soyuncu.
The Turkish ghost of Patrick Swayze.
Mane versus Soyuncu. When it comes to a 50-50 ball in the air, Soyuncu wins every time.
He should.
When it comes to jumping and trying to win the header. Now, Mane's a tricky guy. He might, pull you off and let the ball run, whatever. But I'm just saying a 50-50 header, Soyuncu's winning all day long. That game, not the case. Not the case. Two of those strikers just mop the floor with us when it comes to aerial battles. And that is just not like Liverpool. Not like them. Dejan Mustard was horrible with aerial headers.
It's really bad.
What was he doing? Bad. He didn't even look. He looked like a midfielder trying to win those.
He fell to the ground like every time too. Yeah. He's just on the ground.
He was out-muscled. Our back four were out-muscled by Watford.
They destroyed him. They destroyed him. And we say it. Liverpool's obviously the better team.
Yes.
They're obviously more. No one talking about a drop in form. No. Blowtorch, man. No one's talking about a drop in form. No one's talking, like, at least a lot of people are, but we're not talking about a drop in form. We're not saying, like, we're going to have trouble winning the next 3 games.
4.
No.
We got to win 4.
Yeah, we got to win 4. We're not talking about that's not going to happen. We're saying that this game was a poor game. It was not a good picture of the Liverpool of the last year and a half.
Right.
So you hate to see it. You hate to see it happen to this club, like right now at this time. Like, that was a bad time to take a loss.
Pride killing.
Bad time because the momentum, and I know it's hard to go invincible, man. No, you're not. We're not going to go invincible. That you said it 12 games into the streak. You're like, it's a lot. We're not going to do it. We're going to lose again.
Yeah.
But, if you don't love us when we win or when we lose or draw, don't love us when we win.
Yep.
Right?
Keith Urban?
Bill Shankly.
Keith
Urban. Toby Keith?
Yeah. It was, I had a good point. I lost it. Oh, shoot.
You want to sum up the game against Watford?
Yeah, let's do it.
Sum up the game against Watford.
The game against Watford, it was just something that was bound to happen. Okay? I just lost Andrew. He's going out to take a pee. That loss, I always felt a loss coming. Okay? I didn't think we were going to go invincible because that is not easy to do. And I knew a loss was coming. I just didn't expect the loss that was coming to be like that. Not at all. I expected, all right, we go to Watford, maybe we lose 1-0 or maybe we lose 2-1. Something along those lines, getting unlucky. Man, I did not expect a 3-0 loss.
I did not expect like 9 times since I've been gone.
Really?
I did not expect.
You could hear me when you're back there?
I did not expect. I just went right there. I did not expect.
Listen, if you're gonna leave to pee and then come back and make fun of me the way that I just ran the show without you, I took the show on my shoulders. You come back and make fun of me.
Yeah.
Should I go pee now?
'Cause your shoulders
Can
are
you
small.
handle this without
Yeah,
me?
yeah.
No,
Your
you're
shoulders are
look,
small.
he's getting nervous.
No, I was trying to find a point.
That's funny. Oh, yeah. Okay, I summed it up. We were horrible. Let's hope it doesn't happen again. We have a lot to learn from it. We're going to build some character from that. And hey, you said it was a bad time for that to happen. Why?
It's a bad time momentum wise. You take
Our momentum hasn't been good.
Yeah,
It hasn't been good. 3-2
It's been
West-
good for 19 games, bro.
I'm just saying 3-2 against West Ham.
Yep.
We've gotten
But that 3-2 win is our entire season. We always
I know.
won.
so this was bound to happen. It was bound to happen.
Agreed. I'm not saying it's wrong.
I said when you were gone, this was bound to happen. I just didn't expect.
I know you said it like 9 times.
I didn't expect.
I didn't expect. We didn't expect. Liverpool didn't expect.
I'm not talking.
All right, that's fine. That's fine. I'll sum up the game. The game sucked. That's my sum up. That game sucked. You hate to see it against Watford, but kudos to Watford. That was the main point that I took away from that game is they were in relegation. They were playing for their lives.
Yeah.
They were playing for their lives, and they played incredibly well. Incredibly well. I think Sarr had a great game. I thought he had an amazing performance, personally. Deeney blew it up. Deeney, I thought, looked great.
Deeney's finish for that goal was
I think
unbelievable.
Sarr had 2 goals and
Yep.
1 assist. I think Deeney had 1 assist and 1 goal.
Okay.
And I think the goal that Deeney scored was off Sarr. But
There's also an argument to be made that game should have been 4-0.
yeah,
With that chance for Sarr to make the hat trick at the end, he pulled it wide or went too wide.
there was that last save, and
Yeah.
then there was another one that Allison hit up as he was sliding. He like slid and he hit it up over.
Yeah.
Remember what I'm talking about? It was clear on target, and he bopped it over the
Yep.
net. He came down like
Yep.
on his knees, and
I remember.
it should have been 4-0. But then again, you could make the case that it would have been 3-2. We could have scored 2-2. Leilana's shot could have gone in,
I know.
and Mo could have turned that chance into something else.
Yep.
He could have
Yep.
shot the ball far post instead of trying to hook it near post. And
Yep, things could have happened. Yeah, totally.
but you know, c'est la
But,
vie.
yeah, and it was just trash. It was
C'est
just
la vie.
complete trash. That's the way it goes. C'est la vie. Kumbaya, my lord.
What? Why would you say kumbaya?
I don't know. You said c'est la vie. I said kumbaya.
Kumbaya.
Yeah, my lord.
Liverpool chant.
Liverpool sucks.
Win the league.
League.
I don't know. So we have
Watford blew us out of the water.
Yeah, they did. They killed us.
Liverpool played like a bunch of dweebs. Continue the podcast, or I'll keep singing.
So Chelsea, we have Chelsea.
Liverpool, top of the league. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
We have Chelsea.
Okay.
We play them soon.
All right.
No, we have Chelsea Tuesday, right? Tuesday at 2:45 Eastern Standard Time.
Wow, you pulled that right out of your butt.
No, I didn't. I'm well researched on my end, bro.
Oh, I like it. See, we research when we do these.
So it's the
podcasts.
5th round of the FA Cup.
Okay.
Not a lot going on there. I don't know what we're gonna start.
Listen, it's a good time to get some playing time for our boys.
So I thought I pulled up some stats real quick on that game. If you want to go over some real quick,
Okay.
it's the first time. It's the first time that we've met Chelsea in the FA Cup since 2012. We beat, which we lost 2-1 last time we played them in
Okay.
2012.
Okay.
Chelsea's
And that
won.
was that the final?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Okay.
Chelsea's won 6 of their FA Cup or 6 of their last 10 FA Cup meetings with Liverpool. That's not important. In all competitions, Chelsea have just won 1 of their last 6 home games against Liverpool. So outside of the FA Cup, Chelsea at home, they have won 1 out of 6. So they've drawn
Wow.
twice. They've lost 3 times.
Interesting.
So in Stamford, they're not the best against Liverpool.
Honestly, it's gonna be a tough match because Chelsea's gonna go for it. They're not gonna win a trophy.
Yep.
This is FA Cup. Why not go for
They're
it?
starting 100.
They're gonna go hard. We're gonna go light. But like I said, it is a time for us to get some playing time.
And in a cool sense, which goes to the next stat, we always talk about it. Who cares about the FA Cup? Who cares about the World Cup? Who cares about the Club Cup, and the
A lot of people care about the World Cup.
I know, but
Not me.
I don't. But this is the furthest that Liverpool has gone in the FA Cup under Klopp.
Really?
So since Klopp's been our manager,
That's because we've been so good.
this is as far as we've gone.
Yeah.
So you almost want to say, yeah, start the kids, but then again,
Uh-huh.
it's another trophy. Do you want to start the kids? Who do you start?
Yeah.
So now, looking at Atletico, looking at Bournemouth, looking at the loss to Watford, who do you start against Chelsea in Stamford Bridge?
Honestly,
Go. Strikers?
Dejan Lovren.
Oh, no.
Listen, yes.
Matt Tip.
No. Start Dejan Lovren. Give him a chance to redeem himself. We forget. Stop shaking your head.
He's gone in the summer, bro. He's like Kid Rock. Gone in the summertime.
How do you know he's gone in the summer?
I don't know. Everyone's on Twitter saying it.
Twitter don't know nothing, okay? Get Dejan out there. Give him a chance to redeem himself, okay? Get Matt Tip on. Keep VVD out. VVD, he had a bad game against Watford, but it doesn't matter.
Lovren Matt Tip?
Yes.
I like
Get
it.
Lover and Matt Tip out there. Keep Gomez off. Let him heal up his injury, whatever's going on. And then after those, let's think about it. Let it go. Okay? Let's think about...
So screw Bournemouth?
No. I'm saying, let's think about it. Let it go. Let's assume Henderson's going to be out. Let's assume that. And let's use this match as training ground for the Atletico game. So whoever you're going to play in Atletico, whoever's going to be replacing Henderson, he's got to be on the field.
That's what you said with the Keita thing.
Exactly. So if it's going to be Ox, get him on the field. If it's going to be Keita, get him on the field. Give him some, because Chelsea's going to put in a good squad. It's not like they're going to put in their second string of every player, and Liverpool's going to go out and kill them and get a little bit relaxed. When you play teams that aren't as good as you get relaxed sometimes. It's not going to be like that. It's going to be a tough game. So get those guys out there who are going to play in Atletico. Give them a chance. I think...
So your starting lineup so far is Trent, Robbo in the back corners.
I don't know.
No, who starts?
I don't know. I think you're going to play a lot of kids.
Okay.
A lot of kids are going to play. You're going to see Curtis Jones.
You see Sepp?
You're going to see...
You see Sepp and Dijon? I see Sepp. Yeah, Sepp and Lovren. I see Sepp and Lovren in the center backs.
I think you do see Sepp.
Yeah, so Sepp and Lovren starting center back.
Yeah.
Kids on the wings.
Kids
on
on
the left back, right back.
Yeah, I think kids on the wings.
Midfield, you want to see Keita, Ox, and Leilana?
Yeah. No,
Okay.
No, not Keita. Not those three. I think, why not you give the number 6 role to a kid, and then let Keita and Ox get in there.
Okay.
Okay.
And then Curtis Jones, Harvey Elliott.
Curtis
and
Jones.
Maybe a Divock.
I want Takumi in.
Takumi.
I don't want Divock in. I want Takumi. So get Takumi in there somewhere.
Minamino.
And get Harvey Elliott and Curtis Jones. That's 12 players, so one's got to go.
We're too excited.
Let's see if we can slip out 12.
Oh, yeah?
Who's going to count?
That's the trick?
Who's counting?
The ref?
Nah. He'll count in the beginning, but then just let a guy run
He'll
out.
count how many birthday presents he has to buy for his stepkids, because all the refs look like stepdads.
Yeah.
He'd be like, oh, I got to buy Maddie. I haven't seen her since
And then
2012.
we'll just slip out Harvey. We'll slip out Harvey.
Hopefully, then, we look forward to Atletico with a Jordan Henderson.
Hopefully.
If we don't have, and I'm going to make this call right now, we're going to reference this podcast. If we don't have Jordan Henderson against Atletico, with the way they park the bus and what we need to run a midfield and an attacking midfield position, I know Henderson has a habit of passing the ball back, but without him,
not lately
against Atletico, I don't think we cut it. I don't think we cut it, and that's.
You think we lose?
If Henderson doesn't start, no.
What if Atletico is the first match Henderson can play after being unfit?
He wouldn't be unfit and then just start. He'd have training camp.
But I'm saying not match fitness. When you don't play matches, forget training. Training's a whole different ballgame.
I don't think he gets unfit.
You don't think so?
No.
Well, I'm saying so you want a fresh Henderson in there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I do. Do you? Do you agree?
I agree.
Okay. I want his. I don't want his legs. I want his brain.
Yeah.
And I want his mouth. That's gross. I want his mouth on the field. I do. I want him commanding.
Have you ever had brains in your mouth?
Yeah, actually.
Yeah, have you?
Yeah, lamb.
Oh.
Lamb brains?
Monkey?
No, that's like I think it's illegal here.
Well, but you've got other countries.
You can't have monkey brain. I've never been to Africa to eat monkey brains.
Have you ever been to other countries?
England. Just England.
That's it.
Yeah.
That was your first time out of the country.
And Punta Cana,
Punta Cana,
Dominican
That doesn't-
Republic.
that doesn't
That's a
count.
honeymoon, though.
That's a honeymoon. Honeymoons don't count.
Honeymoons do count.
They count, but you went to Punta Cana.
Yeah, but I went to cool spots. I saw like a
Yeah,
coffee
okay.
plantation.
Sure you did.
I did.
Sure,
I did.
Okay.
We took a bus to the town. went out.
Was it a shuttle bus of tourists or just a regular bus?
Oh, I couldn't take a regular bus in Dominican Republic.
So you didn't go to Dominican Republic then.
I did though.
Okay.
I was there. I
All
had
right.
the stamp. I have the passport stamp to prove it.
What's your favorite passport stamp? Liverpool.
Liverpool. Well, England.
England.
It's not. You don't get a Liverpool passport stamp.
Liverpool's a country.
Yeah, okay. You're smart. So you want to get into? I don't know how to do the YouTube live comments, but I have some Instagram comments pulled up.
Can you get into one comment, talk about it?
Yep.
I'm gonna go pee.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. I got it.
I cannot
So,
wait.
but when
to
you get
listen to
back,
this.
that's fine. When you get back,
How you doing, guys? All right? Doing all right, guys? Hang in there. We're almost done.
YouTube live. So I'm gonna pull up some
Don't say expect.
Instagram. No, what did you say? What did you say? We all expected it. So we do we have an Instagram account where we post a couple photos every other day, and we had one about Fabinho and Virgil van Dijk, who would win in a bar fight. So who wins and why? So I pulled a couple Instagram comments. So if you ever want to be featured on our Instagram, anytime you see one of our posts and it says like make a discussion or for a chance to get featured on our podcast, give us a comment. We usually read them on our podcasts. So the first one is from McDonald's_Monaghan. So McDonald's_MONAGHAN. And in a fight against Virgil and for Fabinho, who wins? He says VVD to calm it down and then Robbo to fight Fabinho out of nowhere. I had to pick that comment, bro. Andrew Robertson and the scrappy Scottish back that he is, man. He's my favorite player. Hands down, my favorite player on Liverpool. And I love when he starts to scuffle and he starts to yell at another player or push him out of bounds. I go crazy. He's my favorite person on the side.
Who's your favorite?
So Andrew Robertson.
Andrew Robertson.
So to say that Virgil van Dijk calms down the fight and then Robertson fights Fabinho, funny comment. I agree. That's hysterical.
Yeah, I did like that.
So we had to read that one. We have Moreland Jaden. So more LANDJAYDEN. He said Virgil wins in a fight against Fabinho. Because he snaps. You go away and then you come back and you interrupt me. Virgil because he snaps Fabinho's twiggy arm. I thought that was hysterical. Fabinho's got like this big. He has a big like presence, right?
Yeah.
He knocks people down. He's a fighter. He spits on people. He runs the midfield, but he's got these little twiggy arms. He does.
He's just thin.
Yeah, twiggy.
All right.
Twiggy. Can you light that with the blowtorch?
I can.
So I thought that was hysterical. Do you want to figure out, while I'm reading the last one, you want to grab a YouTube live comments and stuff?
We might not have any.
Well, pop it open and see if we do.
I'll check.
And then the next Instagram comment that we have is from Heston Huber. So Heston or Heston Huber, Huber. VVD has got the presence that would make him seem like the clear-cut choice, but I think Fabinho has way more grit and would take him out no problem. Virgil van Dijk is too white collar. Virgil van Dijk is too white collar is why I had to read this.
That was my favorite comment, I think.
So funny. Did you see Virgil?
Because he's 100% right. 100%.
Uh-huh.
VVD, he's calm, cool, collected. Fabinho's from Brazil, bro.
Yeah.
He's from Brazil.
Yeah.
He's gonna play dirty.
Yeah.
Very dirty.
He's going to break off the barstool leg and then stab you with it.
Yes.
Like, he's the fighter, dude.
Yes.
Virgil van Dijk being too white collar. Did you see that video with Virgil and Genie talking about how they spent, or was it Virgil and Genie? No, it was Virgil and Gomez. How you spend a £5?
Yes.
And he goes, "Oh, you get." Virgil's like, "You get
McRib or-"
Virgil's like, "You get a little McChicken nuggets. You sit on the couch and eat them by yourself."
Yeah.
Like that's
You think Fabinho's saying that?
no.
No.
Fabinho's like £5. Send it to my kids. That's what he does.
No, he goes, I'm buying a lottery ticket.
Oh, he's buying a scratch off?
I'm buying a scratch off. Like a degenerate. Like
I
a
think he
good old
sends it all to
degenerate.
his kids.
You think so?
Yeah, Fab's hard, bro.
He is
That's
hard.
what they do. That's what hard people do. Is they just take care of their family, they work, and that's
He
it.
probably sends it to a lot more than his kids.
Yeah.
Probably his, like 30 people in his family. You know what I mean? Just send him money.
Just
send him money.
takes care. He's. I mean, come on.
Yeah, he's like Mane.
100% man. Yeah, Mane.
We're treading water here. We're treading.
What do you mean we're treading water?
This is treading a line here.
This is real stuff.
Is it real?
That's
Okay.
what they do.
All right.
That's what he does. He takes care of his family with that money. 100%.
Okay.
Virgil van Dijk selfishly buys a 20-piece nugget.
Aha.
Because he's a privileged Netherlands guy.
Yeah.
That's what he does.
Interesting.
The privileged Dutchman. Is he?
The Flying Dutchman?
Is that SpongeBob?
That's SpongeBob. But I'm pretty sure it's more than just SpongeBob. That's like a.
Do you have any YouTube Live comments for us to read?
Not a one.
You didn't get a single one?
Not a
I don't
single
think
one.
that's linked up right.
It probably isn't.
There's no way.
I probably messed it up.
There's no way that there's zero.
Definitely possible. Because this game happened yesterday? 2 days ago? Where are
Yesterday.
we? Sunday?
Where are we?
Where are we?
Jackson, New Jersey.
Jackson? Don't tell him where I live.
Jackson, New Jersey.
Tell him my address. Don't tell him my
6.
address. No, don't do it.
6.
Starts with a 7.
Starts with 6.
Starts with a 7.
I think that's all we got.
And does not rhyme with Schmooer's Ridge.
I think that's all we got.
That's all we got?
Let's call it.
Oh, he's calling
Wrong
it,
one.
baby. There you go.
All right, so we looked at Chelsea at Stamford Bridge Tuesday at 2:45. We're going to start releasing all of our episodes on Tuesdays. Sounds good?
Yes. Audio is going to be on Tuesday.
Okay.
Okay? If you want to see it early, you check it out on YouTube, and then you can watch it early. But if you want to listen to it into your headphones while you work, that's going to come on Tuesday.
Spotify.
Spotify, iTunes, Overcast, Stitcher,
Yeah, all
Twitcher?
that stuff.
Stitch, Switcher,
So,
Switcher.
like, subscribe. We thank you guys for listening. Ale. Vote for Trump. Land,
Don't!
land of the free, home of the brave. Long live the Queen. And up the Reds. We love you.
Adios.
Adios.
Love you. Don't hit the record button.
All right.
Let me do this.
All right. You take care of everything.
Let me take care of this.
Bye, guys.
Because you mess this up every time.
Bye.